Alright, just got through coming a little shower. Thought I'd let my viewers see this beautiful rainbow. Actually, it's a double rainbow. I don't know if there's ever been a triple rainbow. I went ahead and opened up that door right there. It hadn't been opened now since I shut it. Since basically my brother's death, 2017. Could show my viewers how I welded these beams and columns in here. Purposely going to put like a 4 to 6 inch slab concrete with rebar on top of it. That way it'd make a outdoor upstairs patio. This right here primarily is put here for storm shelter. I know it's junky and messed up right now, but it is what it is. I want to come around here. Boy, it's a beautiful, beautiful rainbow, ain't it? Look at that. Come around here real quick. Watch it. Grass looks good. That endured the storm. Flag needs to be turned. There we go. This is what I use for the dimming light right there. That puts out a certain color light, a certain cast light. Hopefully all this will be intact whenever I wake up in the morning. Come around here. By the way, we're at 291 Thompson Road, Sharon, Tennessee, zip code 38255. Here at the Purple Hearts Dragons Memorial. Enlightening and inspiring by our 250-year anniversary pertaining to our veterans and our first responders here on our 250th year anniversary. Yeah, the storm got up, done blowed metal over here. Different stuff that I was going to use for different things. Like here lately, I straighten it up and Mother Nature messes it up. Can't get no better than that, can you? Endless cycle. Throw stuff around all the way around over here. Yep. Imagine a great deal of people wishes that this would just absolutely up and blow away, because they despise anything that I'm doing or have done. Why? They despise me because I keep going. Because God has given me orders to continue on pertaining to this great journey, this great experiment that God has placed us all on. And yes, I have done what I said I was going to do pertaining to that Confederate flag in memory of what went on in Chattanooga at a recruiting center whenever a couple of our guys was killed. I wish the wind was blowing better where you could see it. $250th. Blessed. Welcome home. And I did manage to do what I said I was going to do as far as adding something to the Star of David. I know probably a lot of people thought, well, he's just going to add a cross to that. No, already got a cross. Cross is already there. Kids playing golf, roller skates. Star Wars. Let me show my viewers real quick. Boy, when these storms come up, it's vicious whenever it comes to any type of decorations. All right. See if I can see it now. What does that say? It says, welcome to our wedding. To our wedding. Welcome to our wedding. Now, does anybody know what that means? The bride and the bridegroom of Christ. The great wedding. Talks about it in the Bible again and again and again regarding how that whenever the Father comes back with the Son sitting up on the right hand, this will be the 7-year marriage, during which time that the Christians will be celebrating up in heaven, while total absolutely hell busts loose down here on planet Earth. There's old jack-o'-lantern. All right. I'll go on in here. There was a 2x12 right there that my brother David almost lost it, and I have enough strength to push it up all the way in regards to getting that mounted. And this beam right here that we glued together and placed together, that took some more condolences to do all that. Turn that out. This is a clock that my ex-employer, Mr. Steve Hardy, gave me. I'm going to try to get it going. It's got a light that goes around it. This is my, I don't know what you'd call it, board. Souvenir board. This is my souvenir board. This is old Sharon, town of Sharon, Tennessee, right there. Back whenever they was kicking, blowing and going, thriving. Intimidator. Well, let's go on up these steps. All right. You can see here on the top, we crisscrossed all of that from joint to joint. These are basically tuba-tins. And then everything is pre-mounted, not only glued with good glue, but got lag bolts in each one of those. That right there is a 2x12, and got tornado straps on each one of them. One thing that my son took notice of whenever he came and visited me the last time over here, he said, "Dad, one thing about it, y'all built this thing right, didn't you?" I said, "Well, we tried to." Now, a lot of these side wall braces, I just throw that up there for a temporary deal. Eventually, I'll probably take that out before I actually put the walls in. But I mean, you figure once you put a couple walls down here at the bottom, separating it, making rooms, that'll help to stiffen this floor up. Those are also 2x8s down on the bottom. Like I said, we didn't finish it off. Whenever you're having to fight a spiritual warfare between the locals and you don't have the judicial system fighting in your corner, it can be overwhelming in completing a project that you actually started. And I know a lot of the older guys, the rich guys, or those that's got a little bit of money, may say, "Well, I can't go up there and help him build that thing and finish that thing off." No, they may not can, but they can help be out some money in hiring some people to come in here and help to finish it off. See, they got excuses. One excuse after another. Both of the steps have to be redone. I wish now that I went ahead and done them in metal versus wood, but that's okay. This right here is all welded up metal, as you can see. Boy, it's probably gonna be slick. I better watch it. Yeah, it's a little slick. Wouldn't be a good thing. Anyways, I dated it right here, 2015. All right, Marvelous God. Gotta make that out. And then I put David Jackson, and then I put my name on the bottom. Down here I got something love. All this is built good, solid, steel, welded up good. This is kind of like a, not really called an out cage, something walk, pretending to being able to come up here and basically, see, come up here and do your thing. Now, one might be saying, where in the world did all that right there come from? Consultant, drop-offs, pickups, drop-offs, pickups. It was a drugstore reconforming itself. I think it was a Vans drugstore in Martin, Tennessee. And I wound up getting quite a bit of this commercialized stuff right here. That's heavy, commercialized this, all in lines and stuff. It's supposed to be commercialized whenever you're building a commercialized building. You don't build a residential house like you do a commercialized building, because it's supposed to be reinforced with bigger stuff and have more safety features in it. We did, when we mounted that wall, my brother and I did, we made sure that we poured concrete and done it right on each one of the columns on this particular wall here. Same as going down both sides. Like I said, all that stuff right there is just all temporary. Well, another thing I wanted to make mention of while I'm standing here, I guess my rainbow left, I don't know, is the place that I was talking about on Beach Grove Road, looking down that road right there towards Old Beach Grove Church. Basically, it was just about where that where that second telephone pole right there is, where Kelmer Jackson said he had to stop the truck that he was in because he thought that he was fixing to die, and that the Lord had got a hold of him, and he resubmitted his heart and his life back over to God about a year before he wound up leaving. Now, some people may say, well, don't that sound kind of cruel or forceful? Well, back then, people made intercession prayer, and it was strong intercession prayer because of their loved ones, because they didn't want to see their loved ones going to hell. And between Miss Vera Aldale Jackson and Alamo Baptist Church, pertaining to the members, they prayed fire and brimstone now on Mr. Kelmer Jackson, that everybody that known him called him Big Daddy. And basically, he resubmitted his heart and his life right there on that road because he thought he was fixing to die. Now, he did die right here where this building right here is, where the other house was. While he was sitting in the recliner, we heard something bump, and basically he quit living. God took him on home. That'd have been in 1969. Also, another thing I wanted to make reference to, pertaining to putting that flag up, I had to cut some holes in the metal right there. This time it wasn't near as hard or as bad as what it was a few years ago after I got through getting operated on. Basically, had to come up here with a crippled foot after my ankle being fused, and make, I don't know, several trips and going up and down before I finally got the flag leveled like I wanted it. But it was extraordinarily hard, difficult, with a messed up foot after it being fused, my left ankle being fused, in me doing that. But I went ahead and done it anyway without asking for any type of help or any of the above. I've said before, and I'll say again, I'm not going to beg, I'm not going to manipulate, I'm not going to threaten, or any of the above. If people don't have enough sense to identify what my brother and I was trying to achieve here, in the name of democracy pertaining to taking care of those who took care of us pertaining to our military, a recovery shelter, well then, as far as I'm concerned, they're out of touch with reality to begin with. But like I said, whenever I was having to fight against the Ridgway family and about another dozen different families out here that was vandalizing our property, between that, going through a state of depression, losing my brother at the year 2017, going through COVID, it really put a clinker pertaining to depression. And whenever people say that depression isn't real, I got news for you. Depression isn't just being sad. Depression is another form of illness that can fall upon to the body because of the mind. And if it's not taken care of properly, it can be fatal. Just like people out here playing with these fireworks, especially children, that needs to be looked at by the adult supervision towards people losing their hands, losing their eyes, having severe injuries pertaining to 4th of July firework displays. People just need to be very, very careful in shooting off fireworks because they can be extremely, extremely lethal. I just want to say that to my viewers before closing off, and to tell, I just want to thank you. God bless you for all that you in prayer for the Windmill Ministries missions, and just want to say God bless America. God bless to our troops. And God bless to America's endeavors towards which way that we go from this great moment on this 250th year anniversary, semi-centennial anniversary, that they was talking on the news a while ago about how that the spirit of America has been dwindled, has been damaged to the degree that in 1976, during the bicentennial year, everything and everybody was celebrating America. Keep in mind, we just got through going through World War II. America was huffing and puffing towards being the most industrial industry country in the world. We was building toasters, we was building vacuum cleaners, we was building any and everything, including electrical gains, that now has seemed to have taken over our way of life. What they were saying on the news was that then everybody that had any type of patrioticness about them at all ordinarily was flying flags back then. It didn't matter if it was children, didn't matter if it was teenagers, didn't matter if it was in their 20s, didn't matter if it was in their hundreds. They was flying flags. This year, they're seeing that only the elderly, the older people, ordinarily fly flags. I'm pretty sure that this survey that they've done depends on where you're at and what location that you are here in America, but that the younger people don't seem to have a great deal of pride for America no more. That the younger people don't want to display their American flags like they did in 1976 during the bicentennial year. So if there's ever been a time that we, as not just American patriots, but Christian American patriots, need to stick together and stand together in anti-battle, in seeing peace and utopia fall upon to not only America but the whole world, it is of today. It is of today, because we need a spiritual awakening more so than we have ever even begun to think of ever before. Once more, the flag that I fly right there was marked. My brother and I marked that flag whenever the shooting took place in Chattanooga, in a Army recruit center, that somebody went in there and killed or shot or injured. I don't forgot now. It was so sad. But we dated it, marked it, and I thought that this would be a good time to fly that flag that we fly as anti-battle flags. Not battle flags, but anti-battle flags. May the Lord Jesus Christ have mercy on us all. And may heaven look down upon us as we celebrate our freedom for our democracy. God bless and shalom. Take care.